Let us try to learn about the enum in the Dart programming language. So I have created one file over here, enums.dart, and I have added a main function over here. So you can just go along and create the same file, or you can create a different file. So what we'll do is we'll just go, and on top of this main function we will add a enum. So we'll make use of a keyword of a enum, and we have to give a name for that particular enum. I'll just say result state, and this result state we have to open a curly brace over here, and inside this curly brace what we will do is we'll put our enums. So first, let's say state is of a loading, and another state we can have of the success, and another we can have of a error. And then what we will do is we have created our first enum over here, which is of a result state. And how do we use that particular enum is when, let us create a function void, and I'll just say get some, let's say, student data or something. Over here we will pass the result state, we will pass the type as the result state. So let us pass the result state over here as the state over here. And inside this, let us make use of a switch case. So I think that will be more better to use switch case, and I'll pass the state over here. Now what we'll do is when we get that particular state, so we can just say if the result state is of the loading, right, then we will just print out the, let's say, state is loading. And then similarly we will create another case over here of the case, and that should be of the result state that we have of a success. And if it is of a success, then what we want to do is sorry, I have too many. Okay, so here we will just go and print out again, and we will just call it as a state is of the success, right? And then we have to break the loop over here, and then we again have another case. So case is of the result state dot the error, right? So we have an error, and when we have error, what we want to do is, I'm every time getting that one, so I need to print out again, and we will just call it as a state is of the error. And then finally we have to break it over here. And on the default, what we want to do is we don't want to do anything, just return a breakpoint over here. Okay, so we got our switch statement over here, switch case, and then this is a function that we have to call, and we have to pass in the result state. So let us go to our main function over here, and let us try to call that particular function. So I need to call the get student function, and here we need to pass in the state. So what state we can pass in over here is let's say a data that we are getting, sorry, where, and that we are where the data or the state we can call it, and let's say this we are getting it from the database, or you are getting it from your web API and other stuff. So let's say we got the result states or something like a result state the success, and now we pass in that and call that function from here, and this will look through and check the particular result state and perform our tasks. So let us try to run this one, and you can see the result state is of success, and if we pass it over here as an error, and that will give us an error over here. So this is a really useful, we can make use of enum as a constant, and it's useful to have in the switch case and on any other type that you want to check, right? So instead of typing over here as a loading, so we can also have like something like over here as a loading, and this one we can have as a success, right? So all of those we can actually do it, but The thing is that if it is not a constant and you have a string or any other type over here, that you can make it as a mistake. Sometimes you can type a wrong value, or you can have a spelling mistake. So all of those are the cases that we can have over here. So instead of using all of those, we can create an enum, and we can have a constant value over here, right? And it's on the one place, and everywhere we can use same result state throughout our application, and we don't have to retype and have some typo error, or the if we have other conditions. So we can avoid all of those error prone programming. So what we can also do over here, if you want to get that particular result state, we can also get it from the index. So if I have here I have an index, and sorry, I will use a value over here, sorry, not the value. So I need to get it the index first of all, and this will return the not the result. I think I will have to create another one. So var index over here, and I can also get the error state dot the index. And let us try to print out this one over here and print the index index, and that we will print out using a string interpolation index index. Okay, so you can just go and print out this one, and you will get a 2 index. Why? Because of 0, 1 and 2. So index always starts from the 0, and then we have a 0, 1 and a 2. That's why we get as a 2 over here. This is how we can get the index from our result state or the any enum. And if you want to get a value, you can also get a value like where I can get the value. So I will just go over here and var, and I will just say a value which is of equals to result state, and our result state that we have. And instead of the getting the, I can get the value over here, and I can pass the index. So I have an index over here, and I'll just pass this particular index over here, and here I'll just go and print out that particular value that we have, and value which is of equals to the value that we have. And now you can just run this one, and you can see that we get the state is of the error type. Sorry, not the, here the result state that error. And if you want to pass that particular, you can just copy this, and you can also pass it over here. And if you can run that one, and you get the same state of the error type. So you can also get the value passing the index, and also if you want to get the index, you can get the index from our enum, which is the result state over here. So I hope guys you understand some of the basic concept about the enum, and why we should use it, and all of those stuff. So hope you enjoyed it, and let's meet up on the next one. Till then, have a great day.